Hello students, welcome to the class. Our subject is Nursing Foundation and we are discussing about intervention or planning. Before that, I would like to refresh your memory once again. We discussed about nursing process. In that we had different steps. One is assessment, diagnosis, intervention, implementation, evaluation. A previous class we already discussed about assessment and diagnosis in detail, and now we are going to discuss about intervention. Now this intervention, it is also known as a step of planning. Now what is planning? Now planning means you're making a list of ideas like what you can do for your patient, what all the care you can provide for your patient so that your patient will get well soon. You're making all the planning that your patient is receiving a good qualitative nursing care. You're trying to render, not trying, definitely you're rendering the best standard nursing services to your patient. Now, planning is a category of nursing behavior with the patient-centered goals. Now, whenever you plan, whenever you do something, you will keep this patient-centered goal. So that patient will be a prime importance, so that patient receiving everything best and he will get well soon. Now, what all are the different elements? There are important critical elements in planning. One is establishing or setting a priority, setting a goal and expected outcome, planning the interventions and documentation. Now, these are the important 4 elements of your planning. Okay, first is establishing priority. Now, what do you mean by priority? Priority means you are giving importance. Which aspect as get a high like importance, like whom you have to give a first consideration. Now, for example, I'll tell you one simple example. You think that 2 kids, they were playing together. Unfortunately, they had a fight and they started to cry. One is one 4-year-old, one is one around 8 to 10 years of old. Now, if the mother comes, whom she will try to convince first, or whom she'll try to pamper first? Definitely, she'll give a priority to the small one who is really very small. He's very tiny. Now, see, this is what called priority. You're seeing a condition and you are choosing one condition to give a priority and give a soothing effect. Now, this is what called establishing a priority. Now here in priority, priority setting involve ranging nursing diagnosis in order to implement. Now here you can make give a priority based on 3 types. There are 3 types in establishing priority: high priority, intermediate priority, and low priority. High priority means where they want a immediate assistance so that you can save the life. Like airway has given, breathing, circulation, such problems has given a first priority compared to the other problems like pain, fever, headache. See, like that. If you are seeing a person is having airway problem, then oxygen need to be supplied. So immediately that has to be met. So that will be a high priority where that leads to like loss of life in case if you're not meeting the need. So that comes high priority. Now, intermediate priority means here it involves the non-emergent of life-threatening need of a patient. There is no life-threatening need. Then that comes a second priority. If it is life-threatening, then definitely that will be high priority. Now, intermediate means where really you can give some soothing care to a patient so that they feel much better. Low priority means sometimes that complaint that may not be directly related to the illness. That will be a tertiary complaint. Then in that case, that you can see later. It's not very important. It's not that a second very important, so that you can treat the patient. Now, for example, if the person has admitted the complaint of severe chest pain and because of that he had breathlessness. Okay, along with that he had a problem of pain and loss of sleep, lack of sleep, insomnia. Okay, now you no need to give immediate attention to the insomnia. First priority, high priority is breathlessness. Then second, you can go with the complaint of pain. Then third, you go with the insomnia. So this is called setting a priority. Then establishing a goal, setting a goal and expected outcome. Setting a goal means you are keeping a client-centered goal, so that you are trying to achieve the goal. Whatever care you are giving to your patient, at the end, you need to achieve that. Now, when you set a goal, again we can see here two types of goal. Short-term goal, long-term goal. There are two types of goal, short-term, long-term. Short-term, with the word itself will understand, which we need to attend within a very less days. For example, person is having a fever, then you need to make all the interventions so that within 1 or 2 days, you should able to control that fever. See, short term, you cannot wait, okay, I will take 1 month so that fever will come down. No. Now, long term goal means which really need a long duration, maybe 1 month, more than that. For example, now patient met with an accident, he lost his lower limb, amputated. Now, you cannot expect the patient, let him start walking within 1 or 2 days or 1 week. No. For such condition, you need to give a long-term goal, so that gradually patient is able to walk with the help of crutch, or patient is able to walk with the help of some walker, so that he is able to restore that normal walking functioning capacity of his life. It's a long-term goal. So that's one of the important two types of goal. Okay, the third element was planning the interventions. Now, same like that, based on various symptoms, complaints, what the patient is exhibited, you are prioritizing, you are setting a goal, you are making all the expected outcomes, then you are planning all the interventions. What I can do for my patient? What all the symptoms? Maybe sometimes diagnosis may be related to illness, sometimes diagnosis may be related to wellness. Now, how I can give all the best nursing care? Okay, then you are doing that, you are planning, you are making all the ideas, you are having a blueprint of it, what you are going to do. The last element was documentation. Definitely, whatever you have planned, you must be documented. Documentation is really important, even from the legal point of view also. It's a recording, so that others will come to know that what we decided to do. Even health team members, documentation will be a good mode of communication. Okay, so this is all about your planning. So, dear students, I hope you understood. We discussed about this nursing process, third step, planning. Okay, planning, in that mainly 4 elements we discussed: setting priority, setting a goal and expected outcome, planning. We are writing a documentation of this planning. So, I hope you understood. Definitely, if you get this nursing process question, when you explain this third step, definitely you can write all these things in detail. Or else you may get separate questions, write about nursing planning or nursing intervention. Definitely you can write all these answers. Thank you.